man Glizzy and this Baba Son TV, and today we live from the office. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 500K subscribers. I appreciate everybody. But I'm going to give y'all a story time today. This Barbara crazy story. If y'all know who Barbara is, of course y'all know who Barbara is. Barbara's the most famous mother on the internet right now. Her and Mama Duck. So let's get into the story. As y'all all know my mother. I always tell y'all the story that I got a crazy mother. Like she bipolar, schizophrenic. My mother got disorders. People like, your mother crackhead, your mother on drugs, your mother this. My mother is a gangster. She in the street. She be like, living street life. My mother's not on drugs. My mother take trazodone, carazodones, and medicine you can't pronounce. Like, that drugs hit harder than crack. Like, the stuff her therapist and psychiatrist prescribed my mother, it hit way harder than what y'all talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So, y'all be trying to discredit my mother, for her realness, cause her illness. My mother a real one, y'all. I'm gonna get y'all the story, let y'all know what's up with my mother. So it's the people that don't know my mother. My mother is from Southeast. She ghetto. She like ghetto mom. She ain't the type that wanna move out the hood. I be telling my mother, like, when I made money, I'm like, Mom, you wanna leave? You wanna go with me? I take care of you. She like, nah, my mother the type, she's 60-something years old. She been in the hood her whole life. She adopted. She comfortable there. She just want money. She don't want number money. She don't want no clothes for her birthday. She want money. All them old mothers from like the ghetto, they just want money. They just want money hard, like they want money hard as well. So she always just want money. So times she be stressing about in life before I had money, before I became this guy I am today. My mother used to stress out because her kids go to jail. I was broke. Nobody can help her. She just had problems. She trying to make ends work. So when she just get frustrated, she trip out, don't take her medicine, and just trip out. But now that I've been financially stable and I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been taking care of my mother, making sure she all right, she been doing better. So now I can talk about these stories, but I'm not embarrassed of my mother, y'all. I can't fix bipolar or schizophrenia. Like, my mother the coolest mom ever when she on her medicine. She cool when she crazy. She just be blowing the spot up, that's all. So my mother crazy, so she might be in the neighborhood. If my mother don't take her medicine, that mean this how a bipolar schizophrenic person act when they don't take their medicine. They erratic. Like, you can't tell them nothing. My mother be beating the police up. Like, they call the police on her. She fight everybody. She up all night and get no sleep. Might be up 3 days. Eyeballs big. Don't want to wear no shoes. Keep changing in and out of clothes. Mind just racing with like 1,000 thoughts. Like, she living through 1,000 thoughts at one time. She just living in a la-la land, a fairy tale world. But growing up, I didn't understand it. But now that I understand it, it's just an illness. And my mother is in control of herself. Like, she my mother. So in courts and on papers, you gotta learn as you go. I learned this as I go, so I'm learning as I'm old enough to seeing my mother. I seen her sick. I'm trying to think about how I fix it. But if you call the police on her, police can't come get her unless she harming somebody or harming herself. She can't go to the hospital because if my mother know how to play it off. Like, she'll go act cool for 3 days, trick the hospital, they let her out. She'll be back acting wild. So it's like nothing I can do. I don't have power of attorney. I don't have the rights to my mother to tell her, like, keep her in the hospital extra longer. She need help. So they just releasing her back to society fast and fast. And some days they ain't even taking her. My mother go to the hospital 5 times in 1 week, just in and out of PIW, 3-day holds and back out. She just finessing it. She a professional finesser when it comes to this. But long story short, my mother don't be taking her medicine, and everybody be calling me like, man, hey, come get your mother this. I'm like, bro, my mother will fight a horse right now. And the police, you, and 5 other people, you gonna tell me come get her? You can't get her right now. What I'm gonna do? Call the police on her. They be thinking it's hot. They don't understand. It's like, I'm like, man, call the police on her, bro. Like, you ain't got to do it. If you think it's hot, get somebody on the corner, a lady, a female, anybody, call the police on her, bro. Barbara can't go to jail. This not no hot shit. She didn't do nothing. She's not going to go to jail. She's a mental person. They not even going to take her to jail, bro. They going to take her straight to the hospital. Like, they got her records and everything. Once they lock her up, see her name, run her in the system, they going to see her database. It's going to say hospital. That don't probably say straight, take her to hospital. Like, she going to hospital to get help. They be thinking they be being hot, telling on my mother and all that, bro. Call the police, bro. The police can call the ambulance. Ambulance gonna get her. That's all we can do. Nothing else. Other than that, it's gonna be us out here wrestling, and we gonna go to jail. Like, cause ain't nothing gonna happen to her. Long story short, one day Barbara ain't take her medicine. I'm gonna give y'all the story now. Barbara ain't take her medicine. Barbara tripping. I told her she be doing anything. Like, anything in the world you could think of, she'd do. Barbara might ain't got no money or something. Barbara at the bank. I get a phone call, my mother in the hospital. I'm like, man, why did my mother in the hospital? They telling me the story. Barbara went to the bank with a coupon. The crazy part is, though, my mother had this coupon. Told me, man, I hit the lottery. She tripping off her, not on her medicine. Man, I hit the lottery. I got this coupon. I got $1 million. I'm going to go to the bank, get my $1 million. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. We rich now, son. We rich. That's what she said in her head. She tripping. I'm like, oh, my God. She said one of her episodes. So she had this coupon for a couple of days. I paid it no attention. I get a call that my mother locked up. I'm like, what she locked up for? What she do? She not locked up. She in the hospital. I'm like, what she do? She like, man, we'll keep her for a couple of days. She had one of her episodes. I'm talking to her caseworker. She went in the bank and robbed it or tried to rob the bank. I said, try to rob a bank? What you mean try to rob a bank? My mother went in the bank with the coupon and told them give her $1 million. The lady said, huh? You didn't have no $1 million, basically turned it down. It wasn't no counter at the bank. My mother got a bank, like a special bank they go to. My mother been going to that bank tripping out for years. Like she done had episodes going in that bank. The police done locked her up in that bank. She got a relationship in that bank. My mother's so clutch at that bank, she don't even have to show her ID. They automatically know who she is. They go on her account. That's the first time I ever seen that. My mother go in that bank for 40 years. It's a credit union, a little credit union. So she ended up trying to rob the bank. She gave them the coupon, and then she jumped behind the jump and tried to take the money out the cash register herself. I said, my mother did what? They like, yeah, she robbed the bank. So I'm like, so what happened after she robbed the bank? I swear, y'all, my mother is in a movie. My mother went behind the bank with the coupon. The lady said she don't got the money or nothing. The lady hit the side of the line for my mother tripping. My mother jumped behind the jump. She wrestling with the lady trying to get the key off her jump to go in the jump and all that. Security in the bank charging my mother. My mother is wrestling security. My mother is like man, she ain't on her medicine. It's like unstoppable. She wrestling security. Security got her pant down. Long story short, she get up off security. Security guns flies across the floor. Barbara leaves out Barbara is in the bank security. Gunfire across the floor. Now I told you they hit the button and all that. So now all the police is outside. Barbara probably in the bank for like 30 minutes doing it. So the police outside, she walk outside. It's like the hostage negotiations and everybody. Like, come out with your hands up. No, I'm not coming out trying to get my $1 million. Barbara doing all this and the third. Long story short, Barbara ain't got no shoes on or nothing. So Barbara ended up coming out the bank. She ended up walking. They let her walk down. So long story short, they ended up locking Barbara up. And they called me. They called me and told me that my mother was locked up. Long story short, so I'm thinking my mother is in the hospital. She gonna be there for a month and all this. They just told me that my mother just had $1 million receipt. Guns flew across the floor. First of all, I need some peace in the house. The house is hell, y'all. First thing in the morning, all day she ain't been to sleep, yelling, loud music, ain't no sleep. Like I'm stressing, going through this like death in. So I'm thinking like, damn, she gone to hospital. I know it's 7 days. They got a plan up there. It's 7 days evaluation. Like they give her 7 days, she'll be back in 7 days, guaranteed, keep her for 7 days. Or sometimes they keep her for 21 days. Sometimes they keep my mother for 6 to 9 months. That's when she really, really tripping. That's when she go back to the hospital repeatedly, like 7 times, or 7 times they done with her. So I'm thinking like, all right. So she hopped the counter. I'm just thinking about how much time she can be at the hospital. She hopped the counter. Oh yeah, she can be there. That's about a week. She had $1 million junk. They tripping. That's another week. A gun flew across the floor. That's a month. She gonna be there 2 months. She ran outside. They had a hostage negotiation. They had that 6,000 grand theft auto. They had to call all them police, shut down the street and all that. Yeah, Barbara gonna be there about 9 months. Y'all not know Barbara came home the next morning. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. Barbara came home the next morning with the PIW gown on. I'm thinking she broke out. They let her go. Like, they just let her go. Like, they let her go. Let me would have went in the bank and would have did that. I'd have had an armed robbery. That's why I told y'all, Barbara can't go to jail. So y'all, if Barbara around here tripping, y'all ever see Barbara tripping, I pray to God, but Barbara ain't gonna never trip again. That's just the old her. My mother is so lovely, y'all. My mother a nice person. Y'all don't know why the internet treat my mother like that, troll my mother. Y'all have a conversation with my mother the realest, bro. You wouldn't understand it. But yeah, y'all, Barbara can't go no jail. That's my whole purpose to tell y'all. That ain't how y'all seen Barbara tripping, man. Call the police. Barbara can't go to jail. Barbara just robbed the whole bank for $1 million, an invisible $1 million, and got out of the next day with the robe on. I'm thinking she broke out. No, they let her out. Hell, PIW don't even want to deal with her. Barbara up there cutting up so bad, they like, shit, you go home. Barbara, son.